Right now, in the middle of downtown Miami, something extraordinary is happening. A $6 billion mega project is turning 27 acres of once forgotten land into a brand new neighborhood. We're talking towering skyscrapers, hundreds of shops, and public plazas where there were once only empty lots and cracked sidewalks. Imagine walking through a place that didn't even exist 20 years ago. Now, a vibrant city within a city. But why is Miami doing this? And what does it mean for the future of the city? To understand the story of Miami's $6 billion mini-city, you have to picture what downtown looked like in the early 2000s. It wasn't the bustling, glamorous area we think of today. Instead, much of it felt empty and lifeless. There were vacant parking lots, run-down buildings, and streets that seemed to lead nowhere. At night, the sidewalks were quiet, and the area emptied out after business hours. For many Miamians, downtown wasn't a place you'd want to live. It was somewhere you passed through on your way to somewhere else. That began to change in March 2003 when a developer named Art Falcone bought a small 1-acre site in the heart of this forgotten part of the city. At first, it didn't look like much, but Falcone had a vision. He wanted to create a neighborhood where people could live, shop, and work without depending on cars. A walkable, transit-connected district that would feel alive day and night. In 2006, he teamed up with another developer, forming Miami World Center Associates. Together, they began buying up more land, one piece at a time. Over the next 8 years, they acquired more than 140 parcels from about 40 different property owners. It was a slow and complicated process, like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle where every piece had a different seller and a different price tag. But by 2011, they had assembled something remarkable. A continuous 27-acre site right in downtown Miami, large enough to build an entirely new neighborhood from scratch. That same year, a major player joined the project. CIM Group, a Los Angeles-based real estate and investment firm, stepped in to help finance and co-develop the site. This was the kind of partnership that could actually bring Falcone's vision to life. And in late 2014, after years of behind-the-scenes work, the City of Miami approved the master zoning plan. The blueprint was set, and construction could finally begin. From the start, Miami World Center was designed to be massive. When it's complete, it will have more than 10,000 housing units, enough to increase Miami's entire housing stock by over 5%. That's like adding an entire neighborhood in one shot. It will also have 300,000 square feet of retail space, filled with national brands and local shops, plus another 100,000 square feet of public spaces, plazas, walkways, and green areas where people can gather. Walking through the project today, you can already see some of its most striking towers. Paramount Miami World Center, a 700-foot residential skyscraper, was one of the first to rise. With 569 condominiums and a futuristic design, it topped out in 2018 and was 85% sold by the following year. Caoba Tower came next, a sleek 445-foot rental building with just over 400 apartments. By 2018, 84% of those units were already filled. The development didn't stop there. Caoba 2, the second tower in the Caoba complex, began construction in 2023 and is expected to open in 2025. It will add another 400 apartments to the neighborhood. Phase 2 brought even more towers into the mix, including Bezel, a 493-foot luxury rental building with over 400 units, which reached 90% occupancy by late 2022. Miami World Tower 1, at 579 feet, opened in 2024 as yet another addition to the Skyline. But not everything has gone smoothly. The Legacy Hotel and Residences, planned as a 680-foot combination of luxury condos and hotel rooms, began construction in 2021 but soon ran into major trouble. Plumbing and mechanical issues halted progress, funding dried up, and the project fell into foreclosure, sparking legal disputes that are still unresolved. It stands as a reminder that even in billion-dollar developments, mistakes can be costly. Still, the project keeps moving forward, Future phases include the Crosby, a 450-unit condominium expected to finish in 2026, and a planned office tower that will bring workplace space into the mix. Interestingly, Miami World Center's developers have also sold portions of the site to other builders, but with strict rules to follow the master plan. That way, even though different companies are involved, the overall look and feel of the neighborhood will stay consistent. Of course, a project of this scale doesn't come without criticism. One major concern is affordability. Most of Miami World Center's residential units are high-end, luxury-focused apartments and condos. That's great for wealthy buyers and investors, but it leaves middle-income Miamians wondering whether they'll be able to live here at all. In a city where housing costs are already climbing, the idea of adding thousands of new homes that cater mostly to the top of the market has sparked debates about who this mini-city is really for. Another criticism involves the city's street grid. Miami has historically been a place where smaller blocks and narrow streets made walking more pleasant. But large-scale developments like this can sometimes create superblocks that are harder to navigate on foot. Critics worry that the sheer size of Miami World Center might make it less pedestrian-friendly, even though one of its original goals was to encourage walking. Then there are the risks of construction mismanagement, highlighted by the problems at the Legacy Hotel. Something as simple as a mistake in the plumbing plans can bring a multi-million-dollar building to a standstill. In that case, the problems were so severe that they not only stopped construction, but also triggered a cascade of legal and financial issues. For a project that depends on steady momentum, these kinds of setbacks can be costly in more ways than one. Despite the controversies and challenges, Miami World Center has already changed the face of downtown Miami. As of May 2025, much of its retail space is open and thriving. Visitors can shop at Bloomingdale's Outlet, browse the latest tech at Apple, or check out electric cars at Lucid Motors. The public spaces are drawing people back to an area that once sat empty. On any given afternoon, you might see office workers grabbing lunch, tourists taking photos, and locals enjoying the plazas and shaded seating areas. Construction is still in full swing. Caoba 2 is rising fast, with completion expected in 2025, and the Crosby is moving toward its 2026 debut. The planned office tower will bring jobs and daytime activity, helping to make Miami World Center more than just a place to live and shop. Transit is another key part of the vision. The development sits right next to Brightline's Miami Central Station, offering high-speed rail connections to cities like Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. It's also linked to the Metro Mover OmniLoop, a free automated train that makes it easy to get around downtown without a car. Together, these connections make Miami World Center one of the most transit-accessible neighborhoods in the city, something that sets it apart in a car-heavy region. Perhaps the most striking thing about Miami World Center is how quickly it has transformed the area. In just 2 decades, it has gone from a patchwork of vacant lots to a skyline of glittering towers, busy sidewalks, and high-end stores. Whether you love it or question it, there's no denying that it has fundamentally reshaped Miami's downtown. Miami World Center is more than just a construction project. It's a bold experiment in city building, one that combines massive private investment with a vision for urban living that emphasizes density, transit, and public space. It shows what's possible when developers, investors, and city planners work together over decades to completely reimagine a part of the city. But it's also a project that raises important questions. Who gets to live in this new neighborhood? Will it truly be a place for everyone, or just for those who can afford luxury prices? Can it maintain its promise of walkability, or will the lure of big blocks and private development limit public access? And can future phases avoid the costly mistakes that stalled the Legacy Hotel? In the end, Miami World Center is both a symbol of Miami's ambitions and a test of its ability to grow in a way that's inclusive, functional, and sustainable. It's a reminder that cities are never finished. They're always works in progress. And as Miami continues to rise, this $6 billion mini-city will stand as one of the most visible examples of what the future could look like. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to USA Mega Projects and hit the bell for more stories on America's biggest builds. Drop a comment with the next mega project you want us to cover.